Company and T102 Radio.
This is it. The day you've been waiting for.
This is your game now, gentlemen.
This is your time. This game is 48 minutes. For the next 48 years of your life.
You own that time. It's your time.
On this team, we fight.
With every ounce of blood you've got in your body, lay it on the line until the final whistle blows.
But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward.
No one, and I mean no one, comes into our house and pushes us around.
And now it's time for the pageantry of high school football in the coal regions on your live local sports leader T102 and streaming at T102radio.com.
Tonight's matchup sets great implications in the District 11 Class A playoff picture. Not so much as who's getting in, more so who you're going to play and where. Aside from that, both Mahanoy area and Nativity bring a bevy of athletes to the field every time they line up for battle. The Golden Bears are looking to bounce back after falling to Tri-Valley a week ago. Our area scoring leader, Ben Terry, provided the only score on the night for Mahanoy. But Ben Terry and Cole McGroarty provide highlight reel performances and create issues for defenses when prepping for the midline attack. The Green Wave have been on a roll since their last defeat, and last week was no different. Cody Miller proved that teams will have to prep for his ability to run as well as pass in a win over Minersville. Jacob Hoffman and Steven Spolsky only add to the nightmares that keep opposing teams up at night. This game is more than just bragging rights on the line. Can the Golden Bears continue to be the proverbial thorn in the side for Nativity, or will the Green Wave's ferocious defense stack up their run-oriented opponent's offense? Those answers are coming up next, as Mahanoy area is in St. Clair against Nativity tonight on T102 Sports.
The T102 High School Football Game of the Week is brought to you by the following community-minded sponsors. Black Rock Truck and Equipment. We focus on one customer at a time. You. Joe Thur's Automotive. Get world-class repairs by a world-class technician. Daywalt and Legal Hardware Incorporated, Schuylkill County's Harmon Stove headquarters. Mac Tools, they're not just tools, they're Mac Tools. Lehigh Valley Health Network, your health deserves a partner. TB Landscaping Supply, make your property the all-star in your neighborhood. HB Steel & Sons Oil Company, providing year-round comfort since 1947. The Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association, modern oil heat, warm, safe, and reliable. Aaron's Sale and Lease, trust Chet and find the big score. CACL Financial, you won't find a better fiduciary relationship anywhere. Easy rent to own. Bad credit, no problem. Everyone's approved. OIP Pottsville, where the food is flame smoking good. Wiener Iron and Metal Incorporated, recycling for our future. Phoenix Physical Therapy. At Phoenix, you can recover, recharge, and rise. Rinaldi Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram. Drive happy. Vito Rinaldi Chevrolet. Check out the all-star lineup on the Gold Star Highway. Adelphia Seafood. There's fresh and there's Adelphia Fresh. Fish and seafood so fresh, you'll swear it was just reeled in. Reynolds Consumer Products. We create products people love. MI Windows and Doors, the clear choice. There's a lot that goes on behind our windows. Sunbury Motor Company. SMC is where you want to be. The T102 High School Football Game of the Week is also made possible by the following local businesses.
Rodnick's Discount Groceries. Check out the savings each week. Tell them Joey sent you. The Green Wave Association, supporting all of the extracurricular programs at Nativity BVM since 1982. The Pellish Law Firm, a small firm that focuses on everyday people in Pennsylvania. The Mahanoy City Food Store, your home for surefire products and institution in Mahanoy City. Schuylkill Community Education Council. Educating Schuylkill County starts here. Jack Ryan and Sons Fuel Oil Sales and Service, your EFM headquarters. R&J Tours. Get out of the house and on your way. Call R&J today. Shenandoah Senior Living, compassionate care, comprehensive rehabilitation with skilled nursing, personal care, and promoting independent living. And NFI Industries. We pride ourselves on delivering completely customized supply chain solutions no matter the industry. Let's head to St. Clair, where the Mahanoy area Golden Bears are set to tangle with the Nativity Green Wave. Here's our broadcast team of John Powers and Chaz Hepler.
Good evening, everybody. The Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association pregame show on the air tonight from St. Clair as the Mahanoy area Golden Bears in town to face Nativity. And the Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association would like to remind all high school football fans to enjoy the weather outside but stay warm and cozy inside this heating season. Contact one of their member dealers for the best in home heating comfort. Remember, each member dealer is a local full-service company with roots in our community. And JP, feeling it tonight, that heating season is upon us.
It certainly is.
What a difference.
Yeah, from last week.
From last night.
Yeah, last night was a little breezy up on top of that building in Lehighton, but a beautiful night here. We were afraid we might get some rain. There was some earlier, but great night for football here, and this should be a dandy.
Yeah, as the sun was setting, it peeked out, highlighting the gold and orange tones of the hill across the way from us, John. But this one has some big-time implications in it. Nativity right now in the number 2 spot in District 11 Class A. Mahanoy area in the number 4 spot. And for Mahanoy area, they have everything to gain. For Nativity, they may lose some ground and possibly home field advantage in that District 11 playoffs.
A big deal for both teams tonight. This has turned into a nice little rivalry, Chaz. And, let's be honest, Mahanoy area has got to win. They have to win this game tonight to get back on track. They lost to the Valley guys in the last 2 weeks. On the other side, Nativity on a roll. I mean, my goodness, only had the 1-point loss to Williams Valley and remains the only team to defeat the Crimson Tide this year of Pottsville. So a lot riding on it, but man, in that A classification, up, down, in, out, it's going to be right down to the last game. This is a biggie for both clubs.
You know how big this ball game is? Tonight's pregame show was catered by Rodnick's Discount Groceries. Joe and Shannon showing up with some subs, which you can get at Rodnick's every single day over in Minersville on 4th Street. So stop in and see Joe, but catered tonight, JP, from Joe and Shannon at Rodnick's
Well,
Discount
thank
Groceries.
you, guys. It took Joe 50 years to give me something back after coaching him in minor leagues. But, it's worth the wait, I'm sure of it. Another great Marliner from my past.
John, when you take a look at this game, for Nativity, last week was a first in the Pat Mason era as this program has continued to build over the last couple seasons. They beat Minersville and captured the trophy in the backyard brawl. Now, could tonight be another first in the Pat Mason era here at Nativity, because the Wave have had very close ball games but have come up short against these Golden Bears the past 3 seasons.
Yeah, it's the year to get over the hump, I'm sure, for the Green Wave as they look at this. And I said, you mentioned it, there were so many close games. And it's like you walk in and you're going to hear a line like, are we going to let that happen again? We heard that earlier this year. Are we going to let that happen again? Or are we going to get this monkey off our back? This, just being straight up, this is the Nativity team that can certainly do that here tonight.
So we saw these Golden Bears a couple weeks ago against Minersville. A crisp Saturday afternoon, a little rainy, and the Bears seem to have things in order that day. However, last week they catch Tri-Valley in their second week of action, and the Bulldogs kind of put the Bears in the cage a little bit.
Yeah, and and there's another tough year going up against the Tri-Valley team last week that was just clawing at it, getting ready to go. They were delayed for so long and they were pumped up. You know, and you don't get to scout them. You'll hear me talk to Paul a little bit, but that's a tough thing. But this is a big-time game for both teams and a little bit different. We'll talk about that a little bit after, I guess, we hear from the coaches. But some of the elements going into tonight's game make it very different.
You know, impressed Ben Terry leads the area in scoring right now and run with reckless abandon. And Cole McGroarty, a freshman, another contributor on this team. The Bears make it a little tough to just key on one person.
They absolutely do, but they rely so much on the running game, and that's going to be a big part of tonight's game. Whether their running game can handle the quickness of this Nativity defense. They are outstanding as far as swarming. I call them the green swarm last week, and they're certainly living up to it this year with their speed.
Well, JP, you spoke with Paul Babinski this week, and let's hear what Papa Bear had to say before tonight's ball game.
Well, we're here with Paul. Golden Bears have quite a matchup this week, but take us back a little bit. You ran into a little bit of a buzzsaw last week with that Tri-Valley unit. Didn't get a lot of chance, I'm sure, to scout them and so on. Take us back a little bit to that game, what you saw that needed improvement for you to come away with the win tonight.
Well, they were just a little bit obviously fresher than we were. We just seemed a step slower behind them. We knew the Herb kid he's a great runner, and we were just a play or two away early on from maybe making it a game, and then it just spiraled a little bit out of control. So, but they woke us up a little bit. They have a pretty talented offensive line, and they have two good running backs in Herb and Shive. So it was a challenge for us, and we couldn't get our offense going. We were just a step or two away from maybe possibly getting getting a few yards here and there, and we just didn't make it happen.
Yeah, and now you face one of the hottest teams in the area. Tell us what you're looking for tonight from this Green Wave, because they really dominated in their game on Friday against Minersville. What are some of your takeaways about what you're going to have to do to slow down this high-scoring unit?
Well, they have athletes all over the place, and it starts with their quarterback, number 5, Cody Miller. I mean, he can sling it deep, he can throw it short, and he can run. So we're going to have to somehow try to manage him a little bit. And then their running back, Jacob Hoffman, number 2, he's the same thing. He likes to cut back. He's a tough runner. And then they have another slot back in Steven Spolsky. He can run. He can catch out of the backfield. He's tough to handle also. And they have a receiver in Keegan Brennan. Earlier in the season, he had a bunch of touchdown catches, but he can, take it down the field, and Cody Miller can get it to him. And their offensive line is fairly big up front. So it's going to be a challenge. We're going to have to, obviously, you don't want to give up the big play any week, but we really got to make them earn touchdowns this week, or earn touchdowns tonight.
Yeah, and obviously you rely on the run a lot. I mean, Terry and Manley, McGroarty have done a terrific job, but you mentioned the size of Nativity, but what we're impressed with most is the speed with them with 5 linebackers and 3 people playing deep. That presents a little bit different picture for you.
Yeah, defensively, they have a lot of athletes. None of the inside guys have a 50 or a 60 number. They're all, receivers or running backs, and they're just so quick to the ball. They put a lot of pressure on the offense. So, again, it's going to be a little bit different challenge for us. We're going to have to sort of try to bottle them up in order to get our running game going.
Well, yeah, and on the other side, Manley and Terry especially do such a good job. That's a tough go because they pretty much average the same on the ground that they do through the air. How much does that affect your prep for a game like this?
Well, you can't, because we're so run-oriented, a lot of teams can sort of, attempt to stop that first. With them, you have to remain balanced because any time, and they like to run the ball a little bit more than they like to throw, actually, but, they'll throw it right down the field at any moment in time. So you sort of have to remain balanced defensively, and you got to be very disciplined because their runners are so athletic. They cut back. You can't be giving them lanes to run or they'll be gone.
Well, you bring up a good point. We did the game the other night. It's those explosive plays, Paul. So many of their touchdowns came from great distance. I remember one time they had a 90-yard drive. It seems that it doesn't matter where their drives start. They have so many weapons that they can hit that big 60, 70-yard play.
Yeah, and against Minersville, most of their touchdowns were 30, 40, 50-yard or 60-yard plays. So, yeah, like I said, we just have to be – they're going to make plays, obviously, but we have to be patient defensively, make them drive the field, and hopefully it'll come in our favor.
Yeah, and I said, keeping stats and so on, you are a rushing football team, but when pressed, Terry can still throw a pretty good ball.
Yeah, he does, and we're obviously we want to get a little bit better at throwing the football because a lot of teams are obviously trying to take away our runs. So, yeah, he's a good athlete, Ben, and, hopefully we'll be able to improve our passing game a little bit.
Well, we're here with you as you take on the Green Wave, so good luck against Nativity.
Thank you very much.
You bet.
John, interesting, Paul Babinski's take on this is, we've really got to be able to keep things close and not let Nativity hit the home run balls.
No question about it. He's so honest about things. We talked about Nativity last time we had them here. They are explosive, and they do it in short periods of time. They really do, Chaz, and they're not afraid to throw the long ball. And by the same token, as Paul just mentioned, they can throw it short, and these receivers just make things happen. So that's going to be a big part of tonight's game.
John, we usually play Where in the World Are Our Remote Reporters? And with today's schedule getting scattered as crazy as it did, I'm not quite sure where anybody's at tonight.
That's
but
correct.
Joey Shimo has already checked in, so let's find out where Joey's reporting from tonight.
More music, more variety.
Well, that ain't gonna work. So there we go. I think Mark and I
boy,
both
his
hit
voice got a little higher there.
Mark and I both hit the button at the same time. That's what that was. Let's take a time out here on the Burke Schuylkill Oil Heat Association pregame show. Their members take pride in not only delivering heating oil, but also offering heating and cooling services to satisfy all of your home energy needs. To find your local dealer, visit www.bsoha.org and visit the member search section. Mahanoy area at Nativity, and we'll hear from Joey out of the timeout right here on T102 Sports.
Stadium for tonight's matchup between Sam Bonners, the Mafia Blue Raiders, and Mark Rosenberger's Jim Thorpe Olympian. The Blue Raiders came with a 3-2 record, while Jim Thorpe comes in at 4-1, looking for a little revenge after dropping last year's game to Tamapa 40-7.
So there we have it, John. Joey and Lansford tonight. Another home away from home for Jim Thorpe.
Yeah, it has been this year. Chaz, nothing is normal this year. Nothing is normal. But we've been able to adapt pretty well so far, and it's a biggie here tonight, and it's right in the backyard, so that makes it a little easier.
Crimson Tide of Pottsville, North Schuylkill postponed. COVID-19 situation there puts the Spartans on hold for 2 weeks. But Pat, John, you had the opportunity to catch up with Pat Mason earlier this week, and it's interesting his take on how this season has gone, isn't it?
Love talking to the man. Love to right up front, very laid back, but has his head screwed on straight about where he wants his program.
Well, let's hear from Coach Mason and see what he has to say coming into tonight's ball game against Mahanoy area.
Pat, welcome back, and let's talk about last week first. Your kids just were hitting on all cylinders. Take us back to the game against Minersville, and especially that big first half.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, I mean, progressively every week, we've been getting better. And we talked about this since the beginning of the year. It's been, it's the same team, that we had last year. We had just about every single kid coming back. So, we're now getting to the point where I think, I expected us to be, I should say. And, our defense is just playing so fast. The kids are all over the field. We got, we're gang tackling. We're using our speed to shut down the pass. And, everything is just working defensively for us. In the beginning of the year, our defense was, sputtering a little bit. But now it's every week it's a new kid stepping up. And, I think you saw that last week in Jack Miller, who had, was playing out of his mind against Minersville. He had a great game for us. And, Dylan Schreffler and, every Julius Walborn, who's, I think, leading in the league in interceptions right now. It's just a different kid every week stepping up, and, we're just waiting for that one perfect game that we're going to play, and hopefully it's down the line here when we get in the districts.
Well, since you brought it up, let's go to that defensive side. I said the best compliment that I could give you when we did the game the other day, said Jim Thorpe is known for the red swarm. You got a green swarm. I got to tell you what, it's tough to pick out who's doing a tackle because there's 6 or 7 kids who are there instantly. Talk a little bit about that team speed. And I think at this point, 8 interceptions for your secondary. That defense has certainly come to life.
Yeah, when I got to Nativity, 3 years ago, I was at Haven previous, and they ran a 3-4 style defense at Haven, so I kind of wanted to bring that into Nativity with me, and I worked with some great coaches when I was at Haven. Frankie Gaffney was at Pine Grove now, and Steve Spolsky and Mike Farr, obviously, and that's what they ran, and I kind of brought that with me here to Nativity. And the last 3 years we ran that, and then we struggled to stop the run last year, but bad. Our defense is small. We got some decent-sized kids, but I think we only have one kid on our defense that is over 200 pounds. But they can all run. It's all speed, So we decided this year to switch to a 3-5 look, and, we moved a couple guys around. Even the first game against Pottsville, Huffman played free for us, and we ended up moving Julius Walborn to free, and Cody Miller didn't even play defense the first 2 weeks. And then we brought him in at corner, and, Cody may be our best athlete. And, he's been playing great at corner, and, everything's kind of coming together. We brought Huffman up into the box because he's a more physical kid. And, we've been just playing really well defensively the past couple of weeks.
Yeah, and you talk about speed, but I got to tell you, before the game the other night, I said I didn't know if Minersville could handle the sheer size of your offensive line. It was tough picking out alignment of the game. They did an outstanding job the entire game, opening holes and getting downfield and making some big blocks.
Yeah, and every one of them is an underclassman. That's a great job there. Our offensive line coach is Mike Downey, and Mike does a really nice job with those kids. And they just get progressively better every week. And again, you're looking down the line. We got all 5 back next year. They all do a great job, and I know they don't get a lot of credit. I always text message them every Saturday morning, to kind of critique them a little bit, but as a group,
it's always as a group, and they work well as a group, and I'm proud of those guys. They've come a long way. They took a lot of heat last year. They weren't doing their job, and we had a lot of sacks, and they've come a long way, and I'm proud of all 5 of them.
Well, now you have Mahanoy area, and I got to be honest, we're going to talk to Paul later, but they've had a kind of up and down year coming off a tough loss last week. What are you looking at going in as far as Mahanoy with that mixed bag?
Well, I think Mahanoy and Nativity probably got the short end of the stick here when this scheduling thing came out. Mahanoy's got to play North Schuylkill and Blue Mountain, and we have to play Pottsville and Jim Thorpe, and then Mahanoy, you mix in their middle schedule, they got to play Williams Valley, Tri-Valley, and Nativity back to back. But those kids battle. I mean, they're like our nemesis here at Nativity, it seems. My first year here, I think we came back, we were down by like 35 points or something up there. We scored like 21 unanswered points and ended up losing that game. And then 2 years ago, we lost in overtime. Last year, we lost by 7, and we're always kind of looking to get that signature win here at Nativity to kind of put this program, on the map. Luckily this year we got it against Pottsville, and then we turned around and beat Marion and Minersville in back-to-back weeks, so, now that isn't an issue for us. It's just, week by week, playing in this league that, we're going to be in for, the rest of my tenure anyhow. So, every week's a big week, and the Mahanoy kids are always ready to play, and, obviously we have a tremendous amount of respect for them.
Well, I can't let you go without doing this, Pat, and you'll probably get all red and say no, but I have to tell you, the respect you show, not only for other coaches and kids, was the biggest part of that night the other night at halftime. To take 2 consecutive knees is one of the classiest things I've seen in many a years, and that's hats off to your program and your personal philosophy.
Hey, listen, I've been there. I've been coaching high school football for 26 years, and this is, I'm kind of losing track of years. I guess this is like my 7th. Thank God.
And now, Caitlin Cabella for the Nativity Honor Honor.
Where the sky-crossed mighty mountains rise toward the sky, meet a people of devout singing praise on high. On the crest of dear old Lawton, grand for all to see, stands a noble home, a martyr, stands Nativity, named in honor of her birthday, God's true mother hold. Loyal sons and daughters hail her, colors green and gold. Golden cross upon the hilltop leads us forth to thee. Hail to thee, Jerome, the martyr, hail Nativity.
Let us pray. Dear Heavenly Father, may our teams tonight compete with your heart shining through theirs. May they push themselves to be what you tell us we can be. May they have kindness in their hearts, mindfulness in their souls, and the endurance to finish. Keep Nativity and our competitors, Mahanoy area, safe from all harm, and let both teams' actions be a testament to your glory. We pray through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Let's go, Italy! Let's go!
T102 Sports.
A big rival.
You know, what are your easy rent-own keys to tonight's game, John? No credit, bad credit, no worries. Everybody gets approved.
Well, two things. Mahanoy has got to stop the big play. You heard Paul talk about it, and the key to that is if Mahanoy can stop the running game, because last time you saw Nativity, their offensive line made that game very easy in the first half. So I think that's the key to the game. Mahanoy's got to stop their running game early.
Cole McGroarty will return the opening kickoff out to the 32-yard line. And we'll take a look at the Golden Bear offense. David Sanchez, Sladen Wargo, the tackles. Louis Fry, Cale Quick are the guards. Dylan Anderson, the center. Aaron Bukowski, Chris Cuff are the wideouts. Ben Manley, Caden Steicha, Cole McGroarty will be the running backs. Ben Terry, the quarterback in this midline offense. Defensively for the Green Wave, the ends, TJ Wagner, Jay Cooper Avage. The nose guard is Josh Jacoby. The linebackers, Dylan Schreffler, Steven Spolsky, Jacob Hoffman, and Jack Miller, along with Fletcher Eads. The corners, Cody Miller and Marcus Valpel, and the safety is Julius Walborn. Option pass on play number 1 for the Bears, incomplete. As Caden Steicha trying to hook up with Cole McGroarty, a couple of freshmen with some trickery there, John.
Yeah, and that's a good start. Boy, if they could hit a big play early, Chaz, they'd be on their way. Let me quickly say the officiating crew tonight: Bobby Merwine, Bob Lutzik, Tim Reinhold, Dell Phillips, and Tony Durso.
So second down and 10. Terry under center. Movement up front. That's going to set the Bears back 5. Joey says the line for Mahanoy area has to be very physical this evening.
Boy, they sure do. And when you look at the difference, Nativity's offensive line averages 261. Mahanoy's defensive line, 207. That's a 54-pound difference. They're really going to have to play hard. Nativity on defense, much smaller, but very quick.
Second down and 15. Terry going to hand the football off here. And the Nativity defense not fooled as Manley trying to pluck the middle and stacking him up inside for the Green Wave. Grant Lapachinsky along with Jacob Hoffman. So no gain on the play, makes it third down and 15.
Boy, tough start in that Nativity defense I mentioned. The only word you can use for them is swarming.
So third down and 5. Terry going to put Steicha in motion. Terry rolling to his right, looking underneath. Pass is complete. That's Cole McGroarty with a head of steam down the near sideline, John. Going to get the first down and more, pulled out of bounds at the Green Wave 36-yard line. Miller and Valpel making the stop. It'll make it first and 10 here for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, almost a 30-yard gain there, and this is not a team that throws the ball a lot, but we saw McGroarty against Miners only put up some very impressive numbers. So a good start and a first down, of course, for Mahanoy.
Aaron Bukowski going to split to the far side. Again, Stike in motion. Give is to Manley this time. Ben trying to get that left corner. Going to be quickly gobbled up there. Coming up to make the stop for the Green Wave. Fletcher Eads. Pickup of about 2 makes it 2nd down and 8.
Yeah, a good spot for them, Chaz, as they're often running here. But Manley is a tough guy. He's going to take people head on whenever he gets the opportunity.
So this time the Bears split a receiver each side. They give again Manley straight ahead, not finding it easy running there. Will get a couple falling forward. Eads again, along with T.J. Wagner in on the tackle. Pickup of about 2.5, John. Make it 3rd and a long 5, short 6.
Yeah, no, a big play early. I mean, they got a drive going and big pass play, which, of course, was a big plus for this Mahanoy offense.
Terry, a long count. Give this time is to Stike. Stike gets ahead for a gain of about 5, very close to the first down marker. Wagner in on the stop again. It'll be 4th and 1. And let's see, do the Golden Bears say let's go for this?
Yeah, they're going to go. Chaz, again, we talk about this so often that there comes a point where you just say, we got to do it. There's no way around it. It's a tough part in a season, a shortened season. You got to go.
So Terry with a long count this time. Nativity not biting on that, but Terry just ducks his head and rolls forward. Wagner again in on the tackle for the Wave, but it is good enough for a first down as Terry picking up a lot of real estate, John, down inside the 20 at about the 18.
Well, I'll tell you, we've seen him. He is great at deception very often. We're going to give him about 8 on that, Chaz, it looks like.
And mark it at the 17, actually. Terry give this time is to McGroarty. Spins out of one tackle and right into the arms of Steven Spolsky. But McGroarty able to pick his way ahead for a pickup of about 4, 2nd down and 6.
Yeah, and we know that McGroarty can catch and run. Very versatile player. And we talked about Terry when we saw him last time. He really is deceptive, Chaz, with the ball. Sticks it in and pulls it out very often and is a very effective runner for Mahanoy.
You know, right now the Nativity coaching staff dialing down this defense a little bit. We saw them play very fast a week ago. Today they're looking to read some keys as a toss this time goes to McGroarty. And McGroarty might have picked up 3, makes it 3rd down and 4.
We're going to give him 3, Chaz. And again, he and Manley have done the yeoman work for this team this year.
So 3rd and 4 here for the Golden Bears. Terry will survey the defense. Out from underneath. Give is to Stike. Stike stacked up, couldn't get away from the blocks. And Fletcher Eads with the tackle again. Also a little help by Josh Jacoby. And it'll be 4th down and 4 here. No gain on the play.
Yes, Stike has not had a lot of carries this year for Mahanoy. He's caught a couple balls, but not a whole lot of carries.
So the Bears going to go for it again here on 4th down.
Yeah, got to go now, Chaz. This is a big deal for Mahanoy. If they could come out of here with a big win tonight.
So Terry ready. Full house effect. Terry going to run with the football, loses the handle on it. The Golden Bears will fall on top, but it will be a turnover on downs. And Nativity will get the football back right around the 19, John, maybe the 20.
Yeah, so a tough start. A little bit of a mishandling there. I think he was going to hand it off, and the ball just kicked out, and they alertly got on top of it. Looks like they're maybe right on that 20, Chaz.
Right on that 20, John.
And we're going to be very honest. It's a tough field to call with position.
Yeah. Schuylkill Haven strikes first against Williams Valley. 6:35 left to play in the first quarter. The Hurricanes leading the Vikings 7-0.
Vikings, of course, looking for a win there to stay near the top of that A classification.
Cody Miller going to get off and running. Picks up about 11. Pulled down on the play by Craig Durr. Let's take a look at this Nativity offense. Cody Miller picking up where he left off last week from that quarterback position. Up front, Bennett McNamara and Liam Riley, the tackles. Kyle Kenton, Grant Lapachinski, the guards. Anthony Cromer is the center. The tight end, T.J. Wagner. The wide receiver will be Keegan Brennan. Dylan Schreffler, Steven Spolsky, Jacob Huffman, capable runners, but also capable catching the ball out of the backfield. They're being split out in the slot. Low snap. Miller going to look to his right. Quick tries to set it out. Pass is incomplete for Spolsky. We'll make it 2nd down and 10. The Golden Bear defense. The ends, Cale Quick, Craig Durr, David Sanchez, and Louis Fryer. The tackles, John Babinski, the nose guard. Caden Steicha getting the start tonight at linebacker. He'll be joined by Ben Manley. The corners, Aaron Bukowski and Cole McGroarty. The safeties are Chris Cuff.
Yeah, and Miller
Ben
on
Terry.
that last play. You know, that's what they do so well. Quick out, let the guy run. This time just wasn't able to make the connection.
So Miller will get it 2nd down and 10. The football at the Wave 30-yard line. Looking to throw, hops up inside. Jacob Hoffman with the reception. He'll make it a pickup of 13, John, and a 1st down.
Second 1st down for Nativity, and, they're coming out. This is the balance they've had all year long, Chaz. They've rolled up about 800 yards on the ground and through the air, which makes them so much more difficult to defend.
Ball right around the Nativity 44-yard line. 5:44 left to play. Scoreless ball game here in this first quarter. Spolsky in motion. Miller will hand the football off. Huffman goes right, back to his left, and rips ahead for 8. Coming up to make the tackle, Ben Manley. But it's going to be 2nd down and about 2 here for Nativity.
What I love about when Huffman runs, he reminds me of a Bama guy, Derrick Henry. He has one of the best straight arms that you're going to see, Chaz. He just knocks sometimes defensive backs down with that strong straight arm.
2nd down and 2. Mahanoy area was driving the field. They got into the Daywalt and Lingle red zone. Drive stalled out there. Nativity putting a drive together of their own in their first offensive set. Miller looking to throw, drifts back, everything covered up. Going to try and tuck and run forward. Back to the line of scrimmage, no more. As boy, did he get into the grips of Louis Fry. Louis 6'3", 230. They have him listed, and John, he's every ounce of that.
He absolutely is, and that's going to be a big deal. The defensive backfield of Mahanoy did a great job that time, not allowing anybody to get over, forcing Miller to run back towards the middle, and boy, they came up strong to stop him for no gain.
So 3rd and short here for the Wave. Miller an empty set in the backfield. Going to bring Spolsky across the formation, fake the handoff there. Miller will keep. He has the 1st down. Still plugging forward to the Golden Bear 40-yard line. Louis Fry again in on the tackle, joined by Brady Wagner.
And I talk about how good Terry is at deception. So is Miller, and I was thrilled to find out tonight that his grandfather is here, a good friend of mine. Terry Stank, he was one of my teachers in high school. I hope people are listening to that. But it was great to see Terry and find out his grandson's running a show here.
Yeah, the look on your face was priceless when you said, how old's your youngest now? I have a grandson here, John.
Grandsons, yeah, I don't like to talk about it.
It was nice to see the look on your face. Miller again looking to throw, loads up, and the pass is tipped into the air by McGroarty and will fall incomplete, intended for Keegan Brennan. Bring us to 2nd down and 10 here for the Green Wave.
Yeah, not a bad pass, but McGroarty and Chaz, again, I'm bringing this kid's name up because catching the ball, throwing the ball, and he plays great defense also. He had an outstanding game against Minersville that afternoon that we saw them.
So 2nd down and 10. Miller again going to stay empty. Nope, now he's going to call somebody into the backfield. Looking to throw. Quick out. Complete to Spolsky. Spolsky dashing his way ahead. Awful close to the first down marker. Wait and see the official spot. Caden Styka making the stop for the Bears.
How close is that, Chaz?
Bobby Merwine coming up and saying first down for the Green Wave.
So a big 10 for Spolsky on his first catch. And Nativity's fourth first down here the first half. First quarter.
Our little buddy Braylon is listening at home tonight.
What a great
to her
kid.
favorite Golden Bears.
I'll tell you, what a great kid.
She's pulling for Colm McGroarty and Ben Manley. Here comes Miller rolling to his left. Throws underneath for Spolsky. Kind of a last check down there for Miller. Incomplete. 2nd and 10 here for the Wave.
Come on now, you able to string him out that time, Chaz. I think he was looking to cut back and go up the middle. He did not do that and had to toss it out there. It would have been thrown for a loss.
Braylon is the giggliest kid I've ever heard.
And the most Notre Dame child I ever met.
Yeah, she's
Thanks to
indoctrinated.
Joey.
Yeah, she's indoctrinated.
Yeah,
into
I'll
that.
change her next time I see her. She'll be a Bama fan.
I don't think you're shaking that one free, John. 2nd down and 10. Miller in the gun, looking, quick out, tipped into the air. Falls incomplete. It was Craig Durr getting a paw on that one. And that'll make it 3rd and 10.
Tell you, I'm very impressed with the Mahanoy defense, man. They're stringing him out. They're making him move and getting those big paws up and causing a little disturbance there. So now Nativity crunch time here early in the game.
So 3rd and 10. Can the Bears stall the drive defensively?
It would be a big thing for the Bears to be able to shut down this very potent Nativity offense, but they're going to have to do it 2 plays in a row, let's be honest here.
This time they take T.J. Wagner and split him on the near side in single coverage. This ought to be interesting. Instead, it's going to be a flip to Brennan. Brennan looking to get upfield, dancing around, picks up a few, making the stop, Brady Wagner. Brennan will pick up 4. It'll be 4th down and 6 here. And the Wave have the football right around their own, or the Bear 27-yard line.
A little bit of shenanigans by Keenan Brennan coming from the far side. And Mahanoy had enough guys that held their position. They didn't over-pursue. They stayed and ended up holding it to a pretty short gain.
So 4th and 6. Big 4th down early in this one. Scoreless ball game. Miller rolling left. Slips out of one tackle, but not another. Not going to be enough for the first down. And the Golden Bear defense stiffens here. Coming up to make the stack was Fry and Wagner. That'll be 1st and 10 Mahanoy area. 1:44 left to play here in this first quarter.
Yeah. How about Miller with a 4-yard gain, but just not enough. And you nailed it, Chaz. Now a chance for Mahanoy area to get fired up because they stopped this big play offense of the Green Wave.
So 1st and 10, and it'll be Terry keeping the football along the right corner. Terry's turning the Jets on. He's got the sideline, and nobody's going to catch him. Terry's at the 20, 10-5. Touchdown, Golden Bears. No laundry on the field. And Ben Terry with a long touchdown run.
Well, we're going to give him 76 on that one, Chaz, and a TD. And I'll tell you, once he made the cut, it was all speed, all speed. What a dandy.
You know, you got to love it when the boss takes care of you. No, don't punt that thing. See, John, the big deal here tonight is the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. And the sports director took care of me tonight. That Bill Tidmore, he's bigger than an on-site producer. The extra point attempt is no good. Blocked. So with 1:33 remaining here in the first quarter, Ben Terry's legs stake the Golden Bears out in front. Mahanoy area 6, Nativity nothing. Back after more on T102 Sports.
High school football on T102? Check out the video stream to see it with Skook News.
Well, John, I don't know the time. You got that, but I can tell you it was one play, 76, did
76,
you say?
I think, about there. How about 11 seconds, Jazz? After he made the cut, nobody was catching Mr. Terry.
And Terry's touchdown, but the extra point blocked. 6-0 Mahanoy area. As Crease Stabline will bring the football back here for the Green Wave. Nativity will come out with 1:27 left to play here in this first quarter. Down 6-0.
Ball on about the 38, Chaz? 30.
Yeah, let's say 30, 37.
Whatever you say is what it is. That was the first time I ever had a chicken fly over my head in St. Clair, I'll tell you that.
So here comes Jacob Hoffman on the run. Gets out of one tackle. Jacob Hoffman looking to return the favor. Here it comes. Hoffman, one
Cut
man
back.
to beat. Cuts back to the center of the field and has an escort, and he's in for a touchdown. 62 yards, and we're getting a track meet brewing here tonight.
Well, we were talking about big plays. Terry pulls one off. Nativity comes right back. 62 yards for Jacob Huffman into the end zone. And we're starting to play games of 11 seconds, 12 seconds for scores.
Yeah, this one could be interesting as things starting to cook, John.
Yeah, how about this is kind of unbelievable, actually.
Miller's extra point is up and good. 1:12 left to go, first quarter. Nativity 7, Mahanoy area 6. Back after this on T102 Sports.
T102, connected to you through local high school football.
John, that play might be a candidate for our Black Rock Trucks and Equipment uplifting play of the game. Our Sunbury Motors Company scoring drive summary, one play, 12 seconds, 62 yards for Jacob Huffman. The extra point good, and we got a 7-6 Nativity lead.
I think I'm going to be flipping coins here, trying to find uplifting and flexible, I'll tell you that.
There's Cole McGroarty trying to move his way ahead. We'll spring it out to about the 32-yard line. And Mahanoy area will get the football back in about the same position their last drive started, John.
Yeah, what a game. I mean, it starts out, Mahanoy had the ball for a lot of plays there in the first possession. Nativity turns around. They have it for a lot of plays. Nobody scores. All of a sudden, bingo, bango, and we have a 7-6 game.
So the Bears have it 1st and 10, about their own 32-yard line. Terry will look over the defense. The Wave going to load the box up here. Terry going to fake the handoff, keeps it himself, tries to get the left edge. Steven Spolsky in for the tackle. Pickup of about 6, so make it 2nd down and 4.
Well, we knew coming in that Terry doesn't throw the ball a lot coming into the game. Had only thrown it 57 times in those first 5 games, but he had 460 yards on the ground and 11 rushing touchdowns. So this is not unusual for this Mahanoy area Golden Bears offense.
So 2nd down and 4. Terry will look things over. Hands the football off. And it's going to be Ben Manley pushing the pile forward. And Manley's going to have 5, John. That's going to be a 1st down.
Yes. A little late.
Bunch of
the call.
Green-clad defensemen in on the tackle.
Yeah, and that's been their strength all year, Chaz, that they gang tackle. But I got to give credit to this Mahanoy front. They're pushing back here pretty good on Nativity, and letting them pick up that 5-6 yards each time.
First quarter comes to a close here tonight in St. Clair. And boy, it took a little bit, but this game is off and running. 7-6, Nativity leading Mahanoy area after one. Back after this on T102 Sports.
Also, don't forget the school stores open tonight. It's also open Monday through Friday, 11 to 1. You haven't seen Sue Eckley.
I thought you were going to forget the hours. I was going to give Roger a discount.
Back at St. Clair, first 12 minutes. Well, it was the last two of the first quarter that got a little wild and woolly there, JP.
It did. We talk about the explosive plays that Nativity has come up with all year long, and now Mahanoy started it off with a big play. So be interesting to see how it plays out, though, now, Chaz. But that's their third first down here.
The Bears will have it, 1st and 10 around their own 42-yard line. Terry will bring Steiche in motion. Going to hand again to Manley, straight ahead. Manley will pick up a few. Make it 2nd down and 8. Fletcher Eads in on the tackle.
Manley is that kind of a player. He's going to run into the middle all the time, Chaz, and he'll pick up 2, 3, 4, 5. He has not had a lot of long runs, but he is a durable back.
Second down and 8, McGroarty in motion. Again, it's going to be a steady John.
Well, I guess they're going to keep showing it to them in the middle, make Nativity believe they're going to continue to try to push those smaller linemen out of there, and then Terry pulls one of those deceptive moves, and maybe they end up going outside again. Manley 5 yards on the last 2 carries.
It's 3rd down and 5 here for the Golden Bears. They're going to change things around. He has 2 men behind him this alignment. Toss is going to be to McGroarty, and that's not going to be fooling nobody for Nativity. Schreffler along with Spolsky combined for the stop. Eads also involved. Might have lost a yard there, and it'll be 4th and 6.
Knock him back a yard, and McGroarty with no place to go as he tried to get outside, and Nativity linebackers come up so quickly on those, any kind of sweep play.
Terry will drop back in punt formation. Snap comes back. The kick is away. High spiraling kick. Spolsky going to lose it in the lights. Going to take a Golden Bear roll inside the 15 to the 14. And Nativity will come back out with their offense.
Yeah, nice kick by Terry. Again, no return. That's the big deal because, again, we talk about the ability of Nativity to go for a long play. So, get a roll and make them go under center and get started.
10:06 left to play here in this second period. Nativity out in front 7-6. And a timeout for the Golden Bears. We'll take 1-2. Nativity leads 7-6 over Mahanoy area in the second quarter. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
High school football on T102.
Paul Babinski taking a timeout here to talk things over with his defense. It's been long runs for these two clubs here tonight that have put them on the board.
Well, it was interesting. The first possession, Mahanoy had 11 plays, didn't go too far. Nativity, 12 plays, didn't go too far. Next two plays, it went crazy.
Well, there comes Jacob Hoffman again. Reckless abandon, cuts back to the center of the field. We'll have a first down. And coming up to make the stop is Ben Terry, but it is about a 12-yard pickup here, JP, and a first down.
Yeah, fifth first down for the Green Wave. I think right after I left Nativity, they changed the words and the tune to the alma mater. Yep, as soon as they got rid of me.
Well, they knew you couldn't sing it, so they had to make it.
Oh, no.
Here comes Steven Spolsky. Spolsky will work his way across the 35. Very close to it, according to Delmar Phillips. It's a pickup of about 7. It'll make it second down and 3.
Spolsky is one of those guys. He doesn't run the ball a whole lot of times, Chaz, but he adds a little bit more waggle in that backfield and gives him somebody else to worry about.
Second down and 3. Miller drifting left, looking downfield, overshoots Spolsky, incomplete. And that'll bring it to third down, stops the clock with 8:54 left to play here in this second quarter.
Yeah, and I'm impressed so far. Mahanoy's made Cody run a little bit more, I think, than he wants to, not letting him get his feet set, and that's an important part. When you rush a passer, make him get some quick feet there, and he overthrew him when he was on the run.
So third down and 3. The way you've got to hurry.
No, very deliberate right now, Chaz.
So Miller going to put Schreffler in motion. Hands the football off to Hoffman. Hoffman trying to get through, not going to get enough to pick up the first down. Picks up 3 of the 4 necessary, and it's 4th and 1.
Boy, pretty close there, but no cigar. Now, Chaz, here, we kid about this all the time. This stage of the season where you need this big win, do you go now? They have such great offense and so many offensive weapons. I got to believe that he's going to say, hey, let's do it.
And Pat Mason looking as if that's the plan, John.
Yeah, you can't blame him. Roll the dice, baby. You got to move on and move up in those standings, and that's the best way to do it.
Miller under center, trying a hard count here. Let's see if the Bears discipline, and they are not.
Oh,
they
boy.
Get the end to jump.
Wow.
And that'll be free 5 yards and a first down here for Nativity. Some other scores rolling in. 40-yard interception return by Jesse Engel ties the ball game at 7 between Schuylkill Haven and Williams Valley. And Minersville leading Shenandoah Valley 21-0. Right here, 7-6. Nativity out in front.
Well, it paid off. Long count, then he hesitated, did it again, and unfortunately for the Bears, they jumped.
Miller looking to go top shelf down the near sideline, incomplete. Intended for Julius Walborn. Coverage provided by Aaron Bukowski.
Boy, you love to watch those kinds of plays, Chaz, because that's a great throw by Cody Miller. It was right there, but Bukowski was simply not going to let that happen.
In fact, Walborn ended up being a defensive back at the end of that toss, John. So second down and 10 here for Nativity. They're going to bring Walborn to the near side once again. They're actually going to put Hoffman in the slot this time. Miller all alone. Spolsky in motion. Miller looking, drifting. Passes in and out of the hands of Schreffler and incomplete. That'll make it third down and 10.
Yeah, and I'll tell you, Chaz, again, a little running around in the backfield. Sometimes I think that's planned. I think Miller's looking to see if they drift and he can cut it back up the middle. But you got to give credit to Mahanoy area. They're not biting on that. They're not biting on it, and he's forced to throw it rather than take the loss.
So Miller checking his way into the huddle. Now we'll break huddle and is ready to go. 3rd and 10, the football at the Green Wave 41-yard line. Low snap, Miller able to get it off the turf. Looking downfield, everything closed up, going to tuck and run. Not going to have enough for the first down, but does pick up about 4. Ben Manley making the tackle here for Mahanoy area. So on 4th down, Larry checking in. Where is Larry tonight, John?
Late in the first quarter, Pine Grove 14, Panther Valley 0. Both touchdowns, passes to Shane Morgan, 9 yards and 51 yards. Again, the score 14-0 Pine Grove, first period.
4th down here, and Nativity going to punt the football away. And how about that? Shea Morgan with a pair of touchdowns early in that game, and Pine Grove leading PV 14-0.
Yeah, we've seen Shea. What an outstanding athlete that young man is.
And the Wave try a fake punt, and it blows up as the Golden Bears sniff it out and will be set with a short field here at about the 43-yard line.
Boy, they certainly did not buy it at all. Mahanoy looked like they were ready right from the get-go. So they turn over Nativity, and they get good field position here, Chaz. About the 43?
Yeah, not the 40.
42.
42, John, yeah. McGroarty here on 1st down. He'll take the handoff, a little trap play, trying to move his way forward. And the freshman will carry a pile of tacklers and blockers with him for a pickup of about 5.
Yeah. Strong kid, but we've also seen him in the open field, Chaz. So promising young man here for the Golden Bears.
The Bears will have it second middle distance, trailing 7-6 here to Nativity. Manley going to take the football. Ben has a 1st down, still moving his way ahead. Pulled down around the 25-yard line. Julius Walborn making a touchdown saving tackle on the play, John.
Yeah, about 11 yards, Chaz. And said Manley is, I haven't seen him put up a 40-yarder or whatever, but he is just very consistent. 4th first down unofficially for the Bears.
So 1st and 10. Terry going to keep the football. Look to bounce to the outside. Read the end and takes it back up in. And boy, Ben Terry's down around the 15-yard line. That's going to be good enough for another Golden Bear 1st down. TJ Wagner making the stop, but
moving the sticks. 5th first down as Terry picks up a quick 10. And now, red zone-itis.
Daywalt and Alengo red zone has been reached on a drive, John. Things could be heating up for the Golden Bears here, like the full line of Harvard Heat and Glow. Fireplaces and pellet stoves available at Daywalt and Alengo. Ben Manley spinning his way ahead. And Manley picks up 6. It'll be 2nd down and 4.
Boy, he just keeps banging that middle. And he pulled off that 11, but consistently, the Bears have been able to run the middle on Nativity. I mean, they run that 3-5-3, and they're going right at him, Chaz.
2nd down and 4. Terry under center. Out from underneath, fakes the handoff, keeps it himself, gets lost amongst the trees, and Ben Terry pushes it inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal from about the 1. The Golden Bears rapid on the door.
Oh, they sure are, and just keeping it on the ground. I mean, they had the one pass they attempted to McGroarty, completed it for 30 yards, but everything else has been on the ground.
Pleasure to have Justin and Scoop News back with us tonight.
Always. What a great job he does in providing a service for all these schools throughout the area.
Terry again fakes the handoff, tries to roll the end, and he's not going to have enough to get into the end zone.
Good job by the Nativity front net. You know, that 3-5 all of a sudden, when you get close, becomes an 8-3. I mean, they all come up so quickly that you're running basically against an 8-man line.
I think it was Grant Lapachinsky stepping in there, John. Second down and goal. Terry give McGroarty, and he's in for the touchdown.
Well, only 1 yard, but it's a big yard for McGroarty as he gets in the end zone.
The Golden Bears are looking to go for 2 here, John.
Yeah, absolutely.
The 2-point conversion attempt here by Mahanoy area. It'll be McGroarty and Manley in the backfield. Terry under center. Give is to McGroarty. Tries to get off that right end. Not going to get enough to get there. And the conversion attempt turned away. 3:08 left to play here in the first half. It's Mahanoy area 12, Nativity 7. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
T102 Sports.
Would be a flexible play for a touchdown there from Phoenix Physical Therapy. The football's not going to go into the hands of a Green Wave player, and Mahanoy area has recovered an onside kick.
Well, I have to tell you, I mean, Nativity goes for a fake punt, does not work. Mahanoy drives down, gets in the end zone, turns around, little poocher there and recover. They're in business.
Yeah, Craig Durr sniffed out that fake punt, JP, and here, that may be the Phoenix Physical Therapy flexible play. An onside kick call here. Don't forget
that was a
demonstrated some innovation and strength to rise and ability to get the job done right there. Just like Phoenix Physical Therapy can do for you. And handoff here on first down for Ben Manley. Manley chips his way ahead for a gain of about 3, maybe 4. Coming up to make the tackle for Nativity was Jake Cooper-Avage.
And they go back to doing what they do best, and that's just keep banging it right up the middle, Chaz.
Let's see.
And Chaz, while we're doing that last drive by Mahanoy, 3 minutes and 12 seconds, 7 plays to go 42 yards after they sniffed out that fake punt. McGroarty taking it in from 1 yard. Of course, the run for the 2-point conversion did not go.
It's our Sunbury Motors Company drive summary. SMC is where you want to be. Second down and about 6. Terry fakes the handoff, pulls it out at the last second, and he's got a seam on the far side, saving the touchdown for the Green Wave. It was Cody Miller, but it is good enough for a first down, John, and football going to be spotted around the 18-yard line.
All right, so 16-yard pickup for Terry, and he is putting up some impressive numbers here in the first half. Unofficially the 7th first down for the Golden Bears.
So first and 10 once again for Mahanoy area. Give is to Manley. Manley trying to work his way loose. Going to have a hard time in the grips of Cooper-Avage. Pickup of 2 makes it second down and 8.
Cooper-Avage with a nice tackle. He is one of the leaders on that Green Wave defense for the year.
So second down and 8. Williams Valley now out in front 15-7, John, with 5:07 left to go in the first half. Terry again going to keep the football, trying to get the left edge. TJ Wagner there to make the stop, but Terry is able to make some positive real estate. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
I'll tell you, quick 3 yards for Terry from that quarterback position, but crunch time now, Chaz.
So 3rd and 5. Terry looking things over. We'll give the McGrarty.
Not gonna happen.
Gonna happen there is Dylan Schreffler and Steven Spolsky combine to make the stop. Loss of about 1 makes it 4th and 6. Football right at the 15-yard line.
And you know, I don't know why they even want to think about trying something from here, Chaz. Big play for Mahanoy as we approach halftime here, Chaz. They'd like nothing better than to bang another one in here before halftime. They're holding off.
Well, the Bears are going to wind some time here and now take a timeout. 49 seconds left until the break. It's Mahanoy area 12, Nativity 7. Back with more in St. Clair right after this on T102 Sports.
T102, your local high school football connection.
So 4th and 6, a big 4th down for each team here in this one. Under a minute left to play in the first half. The Golden Bears leading 12-7. Pass complete to Ben Manley, and he's in for the touchdown. And Mahanoy area back on the scoreboard. What a well-designed play.
Well, I'll tell you what, they had to talk about that a lot. Only the second pass thrown, 2 completions, one of them for a first down. Mahanoy gets in before the break.
That could be the uplifting play of the game. It certainly could be the game changer. Just like getting your car care needs met in one facility at Joe Thur's Automotive and Black Rock Trucks and Equipment. Check out the uplifting experience at Joe Thur's Automotive on Facebook or Black Rock Trucks and Equipment on Facebook as well. Bears trying for another 2-point conversion attempt after the touchdown. Terry going to keep this time and is in for 2. 42 seconds remain here in the first half. It's Mahanoy area 20, Nativity 7. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
You're hearing with high school football on T102? Check out the video stream to see it with Skook News.
Terry's going to hit a pop-up here. It's going to be fielded by Marcus Voppel. And Voppel will be pushed out of bounds at the Golden Bear 45-yard line. But the Bears back on the board through the air this time. 2-point conversion, good 20-7. JP, let's take a Sunbury Motors Company drive summary.
Yeah, 2 minutes, 35 seconds after they recovered that kind of pooch kick. Only took them 6 plays to go about 40 yards. Manley with a 15-yard reception, and Terry with the 2-point run.
So 1st and 10 for the Wave. 35 seconds left to play. The give, Hoffman, straight draw, looks to bounce to the outside, now looks to cut back to the middle of the field. Hoffman shakes loose. He's on his way down the field at the 10-5 and is down at the 1-yard line.
Wow. 47-yard run. What a cutback. I mean, this kid in the open field is just frightening, Chaz. And, you know, all the momentum going Mahanoy's way, and what happens? Bingo, bango, bungo Huffman. 47 big yards, Chaz, and knocking on the door.
We have a Lehigh Valley Health Network injury timeout. While there's a break in the action, let's welcome our new partner, Lehigh Valley Health Network and Lehigh Valley Hospital Schuylkill. They've had the highest orthopedic success rates in the region. Sports injuries and more. Call 888-402-LVHN or visit lvhn.org/sportsmedicine. Back after 30, right after this on T102 Sports.
T102, connected to you through local high school football.
1st and goal for the Wave. 22 seconds left to go until halftime. Mahanoy area out in front, 20-7.
Well, they got the ball with 38 seconds left, Chaz, and now they're knocking on the door from the 1-yard line. I mean, this is what we talk about with this Nativity squad.
Injured Golden Bear able to come off the field under their own power. It'll be 1st and goal from around the 1. And Nativity going to use a timeout. We'll join them. 22 seconds left to play here in the first half. Mahanoy area 20, Nativity 7. Back after this on T102 Sports. And it'll be Jacob Hoffman rolling in from the 1-yard line. Finishes what he started. And the Wave back on the board.
Yeah, big play, explosive. We saw them last week. We said they got stuck on their own 10-yard line. Next thing you know, they were in the end zone, Chaz. And Mahanoy, which was really uplifted by that last touchdown, now got to get back in it.
Miller's kick is up, and it is good. So with 18 ticks left to play here in the first half, it's Mahanoy area 20, Nativity 14. Back after this on T102 Sports.
T102 Sports.
Well, I'll tell you what, John, both of these teams making the first parts of each of the first 2 quarters pretty boring. But in the last couple minutes of each quarter, boom, 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 boom. It's like fireworks go off.
How about it? And that drive took Nativity a lot longer than the first one. The first drive was 12 seconds. This one took 20 to go on 2 plays, 48 yards. Huffman taking it in from the 1-yard line.
And the ball going to roll out of bounds here on the kickoff. Thanks for our Sunbury Motors Company Drive summary, John. And let's see, 16 seconds. The clock shouldn't move on that, but okay. So we'll have 16 seconds left to go until halftime.
Yeah, Mahanoy. And you know, in a game like this, Chaz, normally you'd think you have the lead. You go ahead and run a play up and go in the locker room. I'm not betting on anything in this game, Chaz. Both teams know that a lot is on the line here. Let's see what happens. He's going to put some more time.
He's putting the 2 seconds back on to 18. So 20-14, the Golden Bears out in front, and this kind of looks like a victory for them.
Yeah.
Maybe not, John. There's receivers each way. Terry
right up
going to push the football
and
forward.
right through the gut.
Has more than 10 yards. It's a first down. That should stop the clock momentarily and move the sticks. T.J. Wagner making the tackle, but Golden Bears, are going to use a timeout,
Sure,
John.
why not?
13 seconds left to go here in the first half. Mahanoy area 20, Nativity 14. Back after this on T102 Sports.
For local high school football on T102.
First and 10, Terry trying to keep around the left corner. Not going to find much room to roam. Spolsky along with Jack Miller making the tackle. And we're at halftime here tonight. You know what time it is, John?
Oh, I know.
You do know, don't you? It's time to sack the sideline reporter. Somebody's got a chance to win up to $102 from CACL Financial if they can sack Larry O'Rourke. Now, we've been over this for a few weeks. It is a virtual hug you're going to give Larry O. Head over to the T102 fan page on Facebook. You have 5 minutes to register. Post your name in the comments section, and one lucky winner will be randomly selected to sack Larry. Keep watching the fanbook page to see who will be playing and what they will win. Here's your opportunity to pick up some great prizes from the Pizza Place, Black Rock Trucks and Equipment, Joe Thur's Automotive, The Crimson House, BG's Value Markets, Ken's Tires, OIP Pottsville, K Fagata, Basili's Italian Restaurant, Just Your Style, and Benny's Pizza and Burgers. Time for the CACL Financial Sack the Sideline Reporter. Head over to the T102 Fanbook Facebook fan page, John. It's crazy here tonight. At the break, it's Mahanoy Area 20, Nativity 14. Back with the HB Steel & Son Incorporated of Orwigsburg halftime show right after this on WAVT Pottsville.
A lot of car dealers make it jump through a lot of hoops to qualify for a new or used car loan. Cosign.
The Student Council Association of Nativity BVM High School would like to welcome our families and friends to the 2020 Homecoming Coronation Ceremony. We would like to take a moment and thank all those involved in putting together this event. Tonight you will be introduced to 4 young ladies, one of whom will be crowned your homecoming queen, and 4 young men, one who will be crowned your king of the hill. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce you to our 2020 King of the Hill candidates. Tonight's first candidate is Mr. Keegan Brennan. Keegan is the son of John and Sharon Brennan of Lake Winona. He is a member of St. Ambrose Parish. Keegan's extracurricular activities include Student Council Interact Club, National Honor Society, Math Club, Student Ambassadors, Mini Olympics, football, basketball, and baseball. His future plans are to attend college and major in business finance. Tonight, Keegan is being escorted by his mother, Mrs. Shannon Brennan. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Keegan Brennan. Our second King of the Hill candidate is Mr. Samuel Stearns. Sam is the son of Joe and Gretchen Stearns of Warwicksburg. He is a member of St. Ambrose Parish, where he is an altar server. Sam's extracurricular activities include Student Council Interact Club, Math Club, Student Ambassadors, Diversity Team, National Honor Society, and Mini Olympics. His future plans are to attend college and major in mechanical engineering. Tonight, Sam is being escorted by his mother, Mrs. Gretchen Stearns. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Samuel Stearns.
As I said, you look at Nativity.
Our third King of the Hill candidate is Mr. Marcus Bothell. Marcus is the son of Warren and Rosa Bothell of Auburn. He is a member of St. Ambrose Parish, where he is an altar servant. Marcus's extracurricular activities include football, track and field, and ski club. His future plans are to enter the Merchant Marine Academy. Tonight, Marcus is being escorted by his mother, Mrs. Rosa Bothell. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Marcus Bothell. Our final King of the Hill candidate is Mr. T.J. Wagner. T.J. is the son of Ken and Becky Miller of Warwicksburg. He is a member of St. Paul's Lutheran Church and is involved in the Men of St. Paul's group. T.J.'s extracurricular activities include International Club, Student Council, football, and track and field. He is also involved in the Warwicksburg Food Pantry. His future plans are to attend college and to study environmental science or business or play football. Tonight, TJ is being escorted by his mother, Mrs. Becky Miller. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. TJ Wagner. Let me now introduce you to our 2020 Homecoming Queen candidates. Our first candidate this evening is Miss Francesca Modica. Francesca is the daughter of Frank and Kathleen Modica of Pottsville. She is a member of St. Nicholas Ukrainian Catholic Church, where she is a member of the Sodality and volunteers at parish events.
I have them for...
At Nativity, Francesca is involved in Interact Club, International Club, Student Ambassadors, National Honor Society, volleyball, basketball, and softball. She is also a certified lifeguard. Francesca's future plans are to attend college and study psychology. Tonight, Francesca is being escorted by her father, Mr. Frank Modica. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Francesca Modica. Our second candidate this evening is Miss Abigail Uri. Abby is the daughter of Kathy Uri and Gino Uri of Minersville. She is a member of St. Nicholas Ukrainian Catholic Parish, where she volunteers at parish events and CYO assistant basketball coach. At Nativity, Abby is involved in volleyball, softball, Interact Club, student ambassadors, international club, yearbook, and National Honor Society. Abby's future plans are to attend college and become a nurse. Tonight, Abby will be escorted by her father, Mr. Gino Uri. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Miss Abigail Uri. We're good. Tonight, we would also like to recognize in a very special way two young ladies who could not be with us here tonight. First, we have Miss Livia Lieberman. Livia is the daughter of Eric and Jennifer Lieberman of Pottsville. She is a member of St. John the Baptist Parish, where she is an altar server and volunteers in parish activities. At Nativity, Livia is involved in volleyball, softball, Interact Club, student ambassadors, yearbook and environmental club, international club, and ski club. Livia's future plans are to attend college and study business, marketing, and travel. Next, we have Miss Riley Rapali. Riley is the daughter of Joseph and Veronica Rapali of Pottsville. She is a member of St. Michael the Archangel Parish, where she volunteers at church cleanups. At Nativity, Riley is involved in volleyball, Interact Club, student ambassadors, international club, and yearbook. She has been involved in competitive dance for 6 years. Riley's future plans are to attend college and become a nurse. Next, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back our 2019 King of the Hill, Mr. Jack Piccioni, and our 2019 Homecoming Queen, Ms. Kirsten Strausser. Jack attends Temple University, where he is majoring in business administration. Kirsten attends Lebanon Valley College, where she is majoring in exercise science and doctorate of physical therapy program.
I have it right.
She is involved in physical therapy club, global education club, and biology club. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome back Mr. Jack Piccioni and Ms. Kirsten Strausser. And now the moment we've all been waiting for. Our King of the Hill 2020 is Mr. TJ Wagner. And our 2020 Homecoming Queen is Miss Francesca Modica. Congratulations, candidates, and thank all of you for your kind attention.
Back here on the HB Steel & Son Incorporated of Orwigsburg halftime show. Mahanoy area leading Nativity 20-14 at the break. And, you know, John, they're not just tools, they're Mac tools. And they're backed by great customer service from John Chirico. So let's open up that toolbox of yours and delve into the metrics of the first half, John. Who measured up to the standards? Let's take a look at our Mac tools of the first half.
Well, they were all quick tools for the most part here, Chaz, and even quick tools prove they get the job done sometimes in the long run. But looking at numbers for those Mahanoy area Golden Bears, how about Terry? 12 carries, 142 yards, and 1 touchdown. McGroarty, 6 carries for 11 yards and a touchdown. Manley, 9 carries for 33 yards. And Stika had a carry for 4 yards. I'm sorry, 2 carries for 4 yards. So a total of 29 carries for 190 yards. Throwing the ball, Terry 2 for 2 for 45 yards. Stika 0 for 1 in his one attempt. McGroarty has a 30-yarder. Manley has a 15-yard reception for a touchdown. For the Green Wave, Miller from his quarterback spot, 5 carries, 26 yards. Hoffman just tearing it up. He has 6 carries for 133 yards and 2 touchdowns. Spolsky had a carry for 7. Brennan carry for 4. A total of 13 carries for 170 yards. Throwing the ball, 2 for 9 for Miller. 1 to Huffman for 13 and 1 to Spolsky for 10 yards for a total of 23 yards there. I mean, very balanced as far as the running game on both sides. Neither team has made a whole lot of yardage out of the passing game, but honestly, Chaz, there's been no reason to throw the ball a lot because both their running games are going well. First half comes down to possibly the biggest play, being that fake punt, which Mahanoy sniffed out and came up with the big stop. So very even game. And I got to tell you, Chaz, when you're looking with 38 seconds on the clock and all of a sudden you're down and you turn around, bang it into the end zone after that long Huffman run, it's got to inspire you going back into the locker room and talking about it.
Well, the Bears will get the football to start the second half, and that 20-14 lead. Congratulations goes out to Robin Bevan, our CACL Financial Sack the Sideline contestant tonight. Don't forget, stay awake because you never know when you're going to have to head back to Facebook for our Grandma's Restaurant Fan of the Game tonight. We're going to step away, take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have second half action from St. Clair, where Mahanoy area leads Nativity 20-14 right here on T102 Sports.
T102, your local high school football connection.
Thanks for reminding me, JP, and correcting me. Nativity will be receiving the football to start the second half.
That's why I take notes.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
Boy, but
8:07 call this morning shook me up.
Yeah.
But anyway.
And how about between Terry and Huffman tonight? What a show they're putting on between the two of them. 275 yards on the ground, Chaz. My goodness gracious.
Each team has used big plays to get the job done so far in the first half.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, we talk about as you head to playoff time, you better have a running game. We've done a lot of games in districts and states. You better have an established running game. So both these teams proving tonight they fit the bill there.
Indeed. This Class A field certainly is a loaded group.
Lots of fun, too.
Terry will set this one on its way. Another short kick. But an astute play by Crease Stabline to surround it and drop. And the Wave will get the football at their own 35-yard line to get this started. Down by a touchdown. It's Mahanoy area 20, Nativity 14.
And a short field for both teams proved a big part of that first half. So let's see what happens here in the second half as Nativity right off the bat gets good field position.
So here we go, the second half about to get underway. Schreffler in motion. The handoff is going to be to Huffman. Huffman pulling the pile ahead for a gain of 5 out to the 40. Making the tackle there, Brady Wagner.
Well, we'll see how long they go. I mean, this has been one of those games that just has been played on the ground. Both offensive lines doing a very nice job in opening holes for these running backs.
So 2nd and 5 for Nativity. Full receiver look. Miller in the gun. Spolsky in motion. They're going to hand him the football. Wagner blows that play up in the backfield. Brady Wagner is having a big night tonight here for this Golden Bear defense. 5'11", 280-pound junior knocks Spolsky for a 5-yard loss. It'll be 3rd down and 10.
Boy, he got a hold of that shirt and then just reeled him in. Big 5-yard loss, and now Nativity wanting to keep this drive alive to start this third quarter. It's very important to get things going at that point.
So some shifting around here by the Nativity receivers. Miller back in the gun. This time he'll move Keegan Brennan in motion. Miller looking straight drop, a quarterback draw. Miller's got some open real estate, cutting some moves. Not going to get enough for the first down. Coming up to make the tackle for the Golden Bears, Aaron Bukowski. Pickup of about 8, John, makes it 4th and 2. And Pat Mason now the decision. The football spotted right around the Green Wave 43-yard line.
Yeah, no question. It's a big call here, Chaz. You want to kick it away here? If you don't get it here, you give Mahanoy that good field position.
Cody Miller going to bring him to the line again. 4th down and 2. Snap comes back. Miller rolling right, looking to throw. Brennan open in the flat, will make the catch at midfield. Jukes one tackler at the 45. And finally is pushed out of bounds at the 44 in Bear territory. And that'll move the chains here.
Yeah, unofficially 7th first down. We'll give him 13 on that catch, Chaz.
So 1st and 10 for Nativity. Trail by a touchdown. Miller ready to work. Spolsky gonna go in motion. Miller calls for the football, hands it to Hoffman. Fakes right, comes back to his left. He'll pick up the pile and move the football for a pickup of about 7. Yeah, give him 7, John.
Yeah,
Second
give him
down
a
and
full
3.
7.
Louis Fry making the stop for the Golden Bears.
Continuing to have a tremendous game is Jake Hoffman.
So second down and 3. There breaks the huddle. Again, going to have Hoffman standing to his left. Scheffler going to switch inside of the slot. They'll stack 2 receivers near side. Miller going to come this direction. Looking downfield, tucks the football. Moving his way ahead. Going to be awful close to the sticks here. Coming up to make the tackle. Chris Cuff, Ben Manley.
Well, if we go by the yard marker, they're going to have to move those chains.
It will be a first down. Pick up a 4 on the carry for Miller. Nativity successfully converted a 4th down on the drive.
Yeah, this is a big deal now, Chaz. You want to keep just pounding, and Nativity does that so well.
So first and 10. Bears jumping around up front to give us to Spolsky. Cuts up inside. Spolsky's got a crease. Bounces to the outside. Gets a great block downfield from Julius Walborn. And Steven Spolsky is in for a touchdown.
How about 33 yards? What a great cutback. Went to the middle, went outside. Then it's a race. Spolsky wins the race.
And Nativity has tied the ball game at 20. So Cody Miller on to try the point after. Snap a high one, placement down, kick is up, and the kick is good. 7:58 remaining here in the third quarter. Nativity back out in front, 21-20. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
Like what you're hearing with high school football on T102? Check out the video stream to see it with Skook News.
Green Wave back on the board. Steven Spolsky with a touchdown. The extra point good. 21-20. Nativity out in front. John, what's our Sunbury Motors Company drive summary look like?
Boy, they did a great job controlling the football. 4 minutes that time, Chaz. They go 7 plays, 65 yards total. Spolsky, of course, with that 33-yard run to pay dirt, and Miller with the kick.
So the Golden Bears, Ryan Fisher, a freshman with an over-the-shoulder grab, backpedals his way for some positive real estate. And Mahanoy area will take possession of the football at their own 37, trailing 21-20.
Well, Nativity certainly came alive, scoring late in the first half and now early here in the third quarter.
The give on first down is Ben Manley. Jake Cooper average on the tackle, but Manley going to be able to roll his way ahead for a pickup of about 6. It'll make it second down and 4.
And again, neither team going away from what they did that was successful in the first half as Manley continues to pound the ball straight up the gut.
Second down and 4. I'm watching the feed here, John. I might try and call a play off of the live stream from Skook News. I look the complete opposite way. Is Terry going to keep the football here? Terry's got enough for the first down. Picks up 4+1. Give him 5 yards, John, and that'll move the chains for the Golden Bears.
Yeah, unofficially 9th first down. And again, Chaz, I think we're going to see this pretty much through the whole second half. Them doing what each does best.
Nice to see all those folks tuned in tonight. Chico Hronik checking in on Scoop News tonight. Terry again going to keep the football. Pushing forward for a gain of 3. Brings us to 2nd down and 7.
And again, Chaz, they are challenging that Nativity front 3. They have done it consistently through the game, and they continue to do it.
So 2nd and 3. They'll split cuff to the near side. Terry under center. Give this time is the majority, and that one was blown up in a hurry. T.J. Wagner and company, also Jack Miller in on the stop. Loss of 4 will take it to 3rd down and 11.
What a game Wagner has had from that defensive end position, Chaz. He just gobbled them up.
Also crowned King of the Hill tonight.
Oh, okay.
So 3rd down and 11. Bukowski going to the far side of the field, the lone receiver in the set. Terry gonna fake to Manley, keeps the football, slips out of one tackle, then another. Terry still going strong, slips another tackle, still trying to keep forward progress at the 30. That's gonna be a 1st down and more here for the Golden Bears, John. A gain of 21.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, Chaz, this young man continues to impress everybody here tonight. A great fake, and then he takes off, gets it down to the 30-yard line, Chaz. So we're gonna give him 23.
23?
Yeah, down in the 30. Started at the 47.
Is that where it was? It's tough to figure out where we're at here.
Yeah, we're giving him 23 and a 1st down. More important for the Bears.
Got to give him 30. There needs to be more offense. Ben Manley, the ball carrier, back to the line of scrimmage. No more. Fletcher Eads involved along with Dylan Schreffler to make the tackle. So no gain on the play. Makes it 2nd and 10.
And they just keep plugging away. But what becomes such a great weapon is Terry's ability to get outside. He's not afraid to take a hit. It took about, I think, 5 guys from the bench went out to try to tackle him at that
and he never
end of
went
that
down.
run. Never went down.
Give again is to Manley. And Ben bulling his way ahead, carrying 4 Nativity Green Wave tacklers along for the ride on that one. Coming off the bottom of that was Fletcher Eads.
Wow.
Pickup of about 3 will make it 3rd and 7.
Manley's game, he has 9 yards on 3 carries in this 2nd half, but that's typical, Chaz.
Terry, just cool customer here, John.
He sure is.
Walks up, looks over some things, puts Steica in motion, fakes the handoff to Manley, flips to Steica. Steica moving forward will have the 1st down. Was that crazy? Nativity was tackling 4 different people, and not one of them had the ball. It was Caden Steica coming out with it. Whoa, baby.
We talked about Terry at the beginning of the game, how deceptive he is, and he's proving it on so many as they get down to the 15. So Steica picks up a big 10.
That play had so many options. It was flexible, John. That could be the Phoenix Physical Therapy flexible play of the game.
They're flexing out here at some points, I'll tell you that.
Terry keeps the football. He'll push his way ahead for a few. Jake Cooper-Avage in on the stop.
Yeah. And these are all planned. I mean, that's just how they play the game. Terry's going to run that ball so often, Chaz, and he's darn good at it.
Picks up 5 yards in all on the tote. And back to the Daywald and Lengo red zone go the Golden Bears. Could things be heating up? Here comes Terry. Straight ahead, plows for the goal line, and he's in for another Golden Bear touchdown.
Boy, right up the gut, Chaz. I mean, they have challenged Nativity there all night long, and it pays off again as he bangs it in from 10 yards out for his 2nd rushing touchdown of the evening.
I think the Golden Bears might try for 2 again, John.
Yeah, you can't blame them, Chaz. It's a high-stakes game here, buddy.
Could special teams decide this one tonight? So here comes a 2-point attempt. Terry ready. Fakes to Manley, looks to sweep to the outside and will get in for the 2-point conversion. 2:31 left to play, third quarter. It's Mahanoy area 28. Nativity 21. Back with more from St. Clair right after this on T102 Sports.
Two sports.
Ben Terry with another touchdown for Mahanoy area. Steven Spolsky on the return here will bring it out across the 35-yard line. And John, let's check in with another Sunbury Motors Company drive summary.
All right, longest drive of the night by either team, 5 minutes and 19 seconds. 10 plays to go, a total of 63 yards. Of course, a 10-yard touchdown run by Terry, and then Terry decides to run in for the extra deuce.
Williams Valley now leading Schuylkill Haven 22-7. That's in the third quarter. And Jim Thorpe, 48-7 lead on Tamaqua right now as their one gets by Miller, and all Cody can do is run back and fall on top of it. At the 30-yard line, a loss of about 7 will make it second down and 17.
Yeah, that's a toughie for the team. You got to come back from a score, and you get a little bit of fumbleitis. The important part is he covered it up.
Now, if you're Paul Babinski, are you willing your kids to take advantage of that loss?
Yeah, I think you pin your ears back a little bit here and go after people.
So Miller will wait. Another snap over his head. Miller racing back and will fall on it. More yardage loss and back-to-back bumbled snaps. Puts the football at the 15-yard line.
Wow. What can you say? 23 yards they've lost now consecutive plays and put themselves in a very untenable situation here, Chaz.
This ball might be spotted on the front lawn at Nativity.
Yeah. Just not up the hill yet. But
third and distance here for the Green Wave. Miller going to look around, see what options are available. Now we'll call for the football. Has the snap this time, looking to throw back. Miller looking to his right. The pass is complete on the far side of the field. A short gain for Keegan Brennan. And it's going to be fourth down and long, and I don't think Pat Mason's going to try to go for this one, John.
No. Too deep, Chaz. It looks like they picked up about 5, maybe. We'll give them 5 for the sake of argument. Brennan's second catch of the second half.
And Miller back, the snap low. He's able to pick it up and barely gets a low line drive off the ground. Football goes out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Yep, that's where they'll spot it in Mahanoy area. Another field position gift here by the Wave, and we'll have it first and 10 at the Green Wave 40. 18 seconds left to play here in the third quarter, and it's 28-21 Mahanoy area.
Yeah, shorter porch again, Chaz, and I'll tell you what, the longer the game goes, it seems this Mahanoy offense getting more and more confident.
3 receivers near side. Terry's going to keep the football. Terry off the left edge will gather some positive yardage. Pulled to the ground over there. Jake Cooper Ravage along with Jack Miller in on the tackle. gain of 5. It'll be second down in middle distance, and that's going to be the end of the third quarter here tonight. Final 12 minutes are up on the board, and we're at the turn, and Mahanoy area has the lead. It's the Golden Bears 28, Nativity 21. The old granddads coming up next right here on T102 Sports.
Connected to you through local high school football.
Ben Manley, the ball carrier, picks up about 4, third down and 1. TJ Wagner in on the tackle. And John, I got to tell you, a lot of sportsmanship between these two clubs. One of the Golden Bears linemen, I believe it was Sladen Wargo, helping Wagner back up, a pat in the back to Bukowski. And
that's what it's all about, buddy. Respect for your opponents, and we've seen it all year long.
Terry going to plunge forward for the first down. He's got more. He's still going inside the 20, down to the 16-yard line. Steven Spolsky saving the touchdown there, but the Golden Bears back in that Daywald-Lengo red zone.
But, Chaz, and he's done this so often tonight, you say he's just going to push it up the middle, and instead of just pushing it up and dropping for about 2 yards, he picks up 9.
So first and 10.
Unofficially 12th first down as the drive continues.
And I'll tell you, Terry is in no hurry, John. He's standing watching the back judge already.
Yeah, very, very deliberate.
Manley not going to find much room there. Fletcher Reeds gets him pretty quickly, but Manley's length gets him 3. It's second down and 7.
Yeah, very deliberate, Chaz. I'm very impressed with this offense. Of course, one of the big deals is ball control against this Nativity club, because if you give them the ball, it doesn't matter where they are. They're so explosive, they can score from just about anywhere. So great clock management here by Paul Babinski and his kids.
I think 20-some seconds for 2 scoring drives in that first half certainly made this all start to occur.
Absolutely, and that's exactly what he's doing.
Manley ready. Actually, Terry gonna fake to Manley. Now Terry keeps off the right side, pushes ahead for about 6. It'll be 3rd and 1. Spolsky another tackle along with Cooper Avage.
Well, Terry with another 6 yards, Chaz. I don't know how you put the stoppers to this young man.
So 3rd and 1. Football inside the 10-yard line. Mahanoy area can pick up a first down here. They do not have to score. And Terry again just going to stand and watch. Back judge with a hand raised. Terry keeps, pushes ahead. First down for the Bears. It'll be 1st and goal around the 5. And let's check in with Joey Shimo.
Jim Thorpe received his second half kickoff, drove down the field, and it was a 20-yard TD pass from Calcano to Striker to put the Olympians up with 20-6 early in the third quarter.
Well, 13th first down, Chaz. When you look back in this game, they're going to talk about ball control and the running game really taking time off the clock and getting the job done.
here comes the handoff. Nope, Terry going to keep again, John. Tries to get the right side. TJ Wagner there to stop that. Positive real estate gain, though, for Ben Terry. As he picks up 3-2, it'll be 2nd and goal from there.
You know, sometimes, Chaz, when you have a kid that can handle the ball this well, we saw Nativity with 2 bad snaps in the last series. Sometimes it's just better off to hold on to that pigskin and take off.
So Terry now a little quicker under center. And he's going to keep it himself, and he's in for a Golden Bear touchdown.
Well,
my goodness.
It's been all Terry in this second half, Chaz, as it gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the half, his 3rd rushing touchdown for the game.
So let's see, do the Bears try to kick one through here, John, or are they going to go for 2?
No, taking their time again. Not that it matters at this point, but time-wise anyway.
They're going for 2, John. Calling off the extra point kicks here tonight is Paul Babinski. So Terry has him set out from underneath. Fakes to Manley, keeps it himself, and he's in for 2.
Oh, wow.
7:57 left to go here in the 4th quarter. It's Mahanoy area 36, Nativity 21. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
Now back to Chaz and JP for local high school football on T102.
Golden Bears back on the board. The defense setting the table for the offense for this drive, John. And Ben Terry does it all, 36-21. How's the drive summary shape up from Sunbury Motors Company?
Boy, again, took 4 minutes and 21 seconds off the clock, 8 plays, went a total of 40 yards. They got the ball on their 40-yard line and drove it in from there. Of course, Terry on the 2-yard run for the touchdown and ran it in for a deuce after the score.
Augustus Warkey on the return. He's back to about the 37-yard line. Nativity will take over, down 2 scores, 7:51 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
And the tough part again was, short porch that the Bears had, and they took advantage of it again.
So Miller back in the gun all by himself. Rolling right, looking. Has Huffman waving, can't get it. Overshoots Huffman, but the pass is incomplete for Brennan, but a flag coming in, and that may be pass interference.
Yeah, it looked like it was a little late coming in, but boy, it did look like there was contact beforehand. So that's going to give Nativity, again, unofficially, their 9th first down at a critical part in the ball game here, Chaz.
So it will be a 15-yard penalty. That'll put the football at the Golden Bear 46.
Yeah, that's big time at that point, Chaz. It really is, because now they get a drive started, they get into their territory, and they didn't have to expend a whole lot on that one.
So 1st and 10 for Nativity. Miller ready, and a hand to Spolsky. Spolsky turns upfield, ahead of steam, has some blocks out in front. Knocked off his wheels by Terry at the 31.
A big 15-yarder by Spolsky. He's really coming up big for Nativity in the 2nd half. Had that 33-yard touchdown run, and now a 15-yarder for another first down for the Green Wave.
So 1st and 10. Miller will bring Schreffler across the formation, hands to Hoffman. Hoffman bounces to the outside, looks to cut back in. Inside the 20. Tackle made by Combe McGroarty. Good enough for a first down. right around the 17-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, 14 yards for Huffman. And again, Nativity right back at it, going to that ground game. Huffman and Spolsky getting the job done.
John, are you getting hungry? I'm hungry
absolutely.
For Grandma's cooking. I don't know about you, but I'm really hungry for some Grandma's cooking, John.
Well, it's time for that because Grandma's Restaurant fan of the game. We put 5 minutes on the clock. Registered now at the T102 Facebook fan page for a chance to win the spin on the wheel. But you got plenty of time to visit all new Grandma's Restaurant. Check out Grandma's new menu, but you can always come back to the best in comfort food with hot turkey, hot roast beef sandwiches daily, homemade pot pie on Tuesdays, or mac and fish on Fridays. Grandma's Burgers are homemade every day. Open Tuesday through Saturday with pickup and delivery available. Just call Grandma, 570-628-5178. Take care of those hunger pangs.
So head over to the T102 Facebook fan page. You've got 5 minutes. Once the post is there, register and we'll find out who picks up the prize, courtesy of Grandma's Restaurant in Pottsville. Out of a Mahanoy area timeout to give is to Spolsky once again. Spolsky looking for the corner, and he's in for 6. Steven Spolsky scores for the Wave. And once again, Nativity makes quick work offensively and gets down the field for 6.
Boy, Spolsky has exploded in the second half. His second touchdown. Last 3 runs, 33, 15, 15. In for the score. Nativity looking for the extra point here. I'm sure they're going to go for 2, Chaz.
Well, Pat Mason wastes no time. Little swinging gate here, John.
Oh, I saw this way, way back in the Ray Edders day. Anybody who remembers that is old. Lonesome polecat out there.
And Miller going to keep the football, and he's going to lose it. And that's it. The 2-point conversion attempt is no good. 6:32 remaining fourth quarter. It's Mahanoy area 36, Nativity 27. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
T102, your local high school football connection.
Wave back on the board. A 2-point conversion attempt, no good. 36-27. Mahanoy area out front. John, what's the Sunbury Motors Company drive summary look like?
Well, we talk about Nativity's ability to strike very quickly. 1 and 18 seconds, Chaz. 4 plays, one of which, of course, was a penalty, which helped them out, but they go a total of 63 yards. Spolsky with the second score of the second half and a 15-yard run. The attempt was no good.
Nativity tries an onside kick, but it's going to be recovered by Chris Cuff, and the Golden Bears will start around midfield here, John.
Yeah, again, it's one of those things you got to take a chance, but Mahanoy's certainly proven up to the task, Chaz, and when they get these opportunities around midfield, they make the best of it. Now it's all about clock control. See if Terry continues to take that very measured pace.
Well, it ain't so measured here, John, as Terry bounces to the outside for a gain of about 11 and another first down.
Chaz, everybody in this place was yelling like, yeah, they got him right up the middle. Terry kept the ball, stepped outside, picks up 11, 14th first down, and Terry continues to rule this thing, Chaz. Let's just be honest.
Our good buddy Mark Benioff listening in Ashland tonight.
All right, our great friend, Mark. Love you, guy.
Former spotter. First and 10 here for Mahanoy area, and Terry back to checking out the back judge before he climbs under center. McGroarty in motion, fakes to Manley, keeps it himself. Wagner not going to let him get too far. Flag on the far side of the play, and I'm not sure what this one's going to be about.
Now that's interesting to see that kind of a flag come in from there, Chaz. I mean, there's a big pile up. It'd be tough to call holding in the middle of that. Terry not able to get anything out of the carry.
Personal foul, face mask
wow.
against Nativity. That'll be a 15-yard penalty.
Well, they're pointing.
So that'll move the chains and give the Bears a first down. And this one will be settled at about the 25-yard line.
Boy, 15-yard penalty. I mean, Nativity benefited from that 15-yard pass interference play, and now Mahanoy gets 15, so we're down to the 25-yard line. As you mentioned, another first down as Mahanoy controls the tempo of the game now.
So 5:40 remaining here in the fourth, 36-27. Mahanoy area leading Nativity. Terry ready to go. Give this time is McGroarty, and Combe working his way ahead for a gain of about 6 on the carry. Steven Spolsky in on the stop.
A lot of whistles there, Chaz. Somebody, I think, calling timeout. Probably.
It was Nativity with the
Nativity.
timeout. We'll join them. 5:18 left to play here in the fourth quarter. It's Mahanoy area 36, Nativity 27. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
T102 Sports.
Second down and 4 for the Golden Bears. Ben Terry under center. Keep the football again straight ahead, moving the pile. Looks to have enough for the first down. Into the Daywald Hinlingle red zone once again for the Golden Bears at the 16-yard line. And let's check in quickly with Larry O'Rourke.
Middle of the third quarter, Pine Grove 42, Panther Valley 6. Robinson carried the ball for a touchdown. He had 2 running touchdowns. And Shea Morgan had 4 touchdowns on passes. 42-6.
Cardinals making a statement tonight. Shea Morgan 4 touchdowns. Brody Robinson 2 touchdowns.
Well, I'll tell you, they had a lot of tough games this year and really putting it together tonight.
I understand Josh Leininger unavailable this evening for the Cardinals, as here's Ben Manley on 1st and 10, and Manley running the scrum to the 9. But there's going to be a false start here called on the Bears.
Push them back 5. And still, but some time goes off the clock, even though, to get the penalty, they ran a play, time goes off the clock. That's a biggie right now.
So that'll make it 1st and 15.
From about the 19, Chaz? Is that where they're setting the ball down there?
Well, it's tough to see right here, but I think so, John.
Just pretty much.
Because it was at the 14. Now, wait a second. Now we're going to walk backwards. The football having some trouble finding a home right now.
Wait a minute. Oh, now they're going to step it. Okay. Oh, they refused it.
All right. Wait a second. Well, if they refused it, John, then
wait a minute.
Wait a second. There would be a run attached to that.
Yeah, and I thought he got it down pretty far.
Because it can't be from the end of the run on an illegal procedure.
Not on a procedure, correct. They're going to have to find the original spot that the kid got to on the run.
He was at the 9.
Yeah. Yes, he was. He had picked up about 5 yards. And was it Manley again?
It was Manley.
So, yeah, they're going to have to, probably place it at the 9 if they
they're moving the football
down.
up to the 9 now. It'll be 2nd down and about 4.
Well, that's quite a decision here, Chaz, as this thing certainly changes as instead of losing 5, Manley ends up picking up 5.
Interesting call there. There's Manley again backing his way to the line. TJ Wagner the first to meet him. And now Pat Mason going to take a timeout. 4:11 left to go here in the 4th quarter. It's Mahanoy area 36, Nativity 27. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports.
Like what you're hearing with high school football on T102? Check out the video stream to see it with Scoop News.
So 3rd and 6 for the Golden Bears at the Nativity 10-yard line. Terry's ready to go, and a lot has happened here in the last couple moments of this game. Is Terry going to squirt forward, down around the 5-yard line? And another timeout here for Nativity. 4:03 left to go in the 4th quarter. Mahanoy area 36, Nativity 27. Back with more right after this on T102 Sports. Fourth and 1. Terry came up short. Going to push ahead again, and this time is going to be awful close to a first down.
No signal yet.
I think they're waiting for everybody to unpile. Golden Bears believe they have the first down.
Well, I love it because everybody's pointing.
And Navi Merwine says, let's measure this one.
Sure, why not? Bring it out.
You know, these sticks the last time we were here, Ended up in an awkward position. Could this be another
Sure
night?
did. It sure
for
did.
the chain gang.
Going back to that game, and of course it was the Williams Valley Nativity game. And here they come, as you so aptly called them last night, the Zebra Crew.
Yeah, they're going to stretch, and it will be a first
Wow.
down for the Golden Bears inside the 5-yard line.
Terry with a 1-yard run, which was his shortest of the, one time he was held to no gain, but shortest run of the evening. And Chaz, that little tiny run could be the uplifting play of the game.
Very
This
well could
late.
be. Joe Thur's Automotive, Black Rock Truck sponsoring our uplifting play of the game.
First and goal from the 4.
All of your automotive needs under one roof at 109 Fireman's Road in Frackville. Manley going to take the football off the right side, and he's in for the Mahanoy area touchdown. The Golden Bears back on the board, and now the clock is against the Green Wave.
No question about it. And boy, when we get to the end of this game, they have pounded the ball the entire night. Terry only has thrown the ball, you ready for this? Twice.
Wow.
The whole night. And they have piled up an enormous amount of points.
Bears going to try for 2. Terry with a push from behind is, let's see, no signal, no indication. Terry not going to get off the turf because he's laying across the goal line. And let's see. No good.
Came up short.
3:37 left to play, fourth quarter. It's Mahanoy area 42, Nativity 27. Back with more right after this on WAVT Pottsville.
For local high school football on T102.
Terry puts one skyward. Augustus working again on the return at the 40-yard line. Congratulations to Kayla Matlock, our grandma's restaurant fan of the game tonight. And I can't wait to see those Mac tools of the ball game following this one. But John, let's take a look at another Sunbury Motors Company drive summary for the Golden Bears.
They were putting together long drives that time. They got the ball in Nativity territory, so it only took 1:47 seconds, 9 plays. 2 minutes and 47 seconds for 9 plays, 49 total yards. Manly taking it in.
So 42-27, Mahanoy area out in front. Nativity with the football at their own 40. 3:33 remaining. Pass complete over the middle to Jake Hoffman. And Hoffman's going to be close to the first down. 9-yard gain. It'll be second down and 1.
And giddy up, hurry up.
Here comes Miller again. Pressure coming. He eludes the pressure in the backfield. Miller going to run for the first down, then gets out of bounds. And Miller will race out of bounds at the Golden Bear 45-yard line. Not sure if Nativity has any timeouts here, John.
Nah, they used a bunch there, Chaz, but a quick 6-yard pickup and get into Bear territory. 12th first down for the Green Wave.
Clock stopped with 3:09 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Miller again in the gun. A call for the football, rolling right, looking downfield. Passes on the way, complete to Keegan Brennan. Brennan tackled at the 35-yard line. Cole McGrory making the stop, but it is a first down for Nativity. The hurry-up offense in play.
Yeah, Good pattern outside. Brennan with his third catch of the second half.
Miller rolling right, looking to throw. The pass is incomplete. Or is it? Let's see. Yep, incomplete.
Yep.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. That'll stop the clock with 2:51 left to go here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, when the clock stopped, now you have a little bit of time to talk. You know, when it's hurry up and the ball and the clock is running, you just got to keep going. Here, Pat has a chance to talk about exactly what he wants done here.
So it'll be 2nd down and 10. John, the football at the 34-yard line in Mahanoy area territory. Miller looking things over. Last look at the sideline. Now calls for the football. Loses the handle, picks it up. Miller's going to have to tuck and run. Trying to get out of bounds, and let's see. They say he will get out of bounds inside the 30. And he'll be pulled down at the 25-yard line. Pickup of about 8 makes it 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, good play by Miller. I mean, he had trouble handling the snap, but he took off and gets Nativity in good position here, Chaz. But got to be a quick strike here as time continues to be a big factor now.
So 3rd and 2. Clock stopped with 2:44 left to go. Give is to Hoffman. Hoffman straight up the gut. We'll get the 1st down. That'll stop the clock shortly. Stepping in front there was Craig Durr. 1st and 10. Miller rolling left, looking. Going to tuck and run here. Looks to get to the sideline and will get out of bounds. Short of the 1st down marker. Picks up 7. 2nd down and 3.
Keeping the drive alive, Miller not being able to find some of these very talented Nativity receivers, just can't find them. But when he scrambles, he picks up a bunch of yards. That time, 7 big ones.
So 2nd down and 3, 2:31 left to go here in the fourth quarter. 42-27, Mahanoy area leading Nativity. Nativity trying to get one down the field in a hurry. Miller dropping back, looking, sets the screen up underneath. It's complete to Schreffler. He'll shake one tackle, but into another. So making the stop was Cole McGroarty.
Another
first and goal inside the 10-yard line here for Nativity. Miller looking, quick strike, has to pull that down, pumps twice, looks back to the middle line. It's intercepted in the end zone. And coming up with the interception for the Golden Bears, John, we'll have to wait and see. There is a mass of players surrounding, I think it might be Ben Manley.
Well, they're going off. Let's see who's getting all the high fives here.
Let's see, it's not Manley. I think it might be Chris Cuff. It is Chris Cuff with the interception, and that could be the flexible play of the game, brought to you by Phoenix Physical Therapy.
Couldn't have come at a bigger time for the Mahanoy Golden Bears. They've been running this clock down, Chaz. This is the game they want when there's only 2 minutes left to go.
Williams Valley victorious tonight, 22-7 over Schuylkill Haven. So, actually it was Terry running the football for a gain of 2, 2nd down and 8.
And that clock is a killer right now,
yeah,
Chaz.
Nativity can't stop it. That's just it.
Nope.
And that's going to be an illegal participation. The Bears had 12 men in the huddle. And Nobsy Merwine all over that one, John.
Yeah, they're the easy kind. They're the easy kind.
There you have it. We'll not get a running clock on that. That will stop the clock with 1:28 left to play. Makes it 2nd down and 13. Terry going to keep the football again, and we'll push the pile ahead for 3. Make it 3rd down and 10.
And Chaz, well, I talked about this earlier. There's no reason, honestly, to hand it off. There is no reason to hand it off. Terry is very adept. Good ball handler. Tucks it in himself. Tough kid, and you just don't want to even take a chance on the ball kicking out.
So under 1 minute left to go. Silent Stadium here in St. Clair as the Golden Bears may have just stunned the area here tonight.
Yeah, no question. A lot of high hopes coming in. A lot of people picking the other way, but the Bears wanted none of it.
Terry stretching out again. Gained some positive real estate. And you know what? They don't even have to snap the football again. This ball game is over. And the Golden Bears shock the single A bracket. Final score in this one, Mahanoy area 42, Nativity 27. Well, the Green Wave cannot figure the riddle of the Mahanoy area offense once again. And it's Mahanoy area winning tonight. Back with the MI Windows and Doors postgame show right after this on T102 Sports.
back to Chaz and JP for local high school football on T102.
Wow, welcome to the MI Windows and Doors post-game show. Somber crowd in St. Clair, but a jubilant group headed back. All the patches, Wiggins, Park Place, Delano, and the borough of Mahanoy City tonight as the Golden Bears victorious 42-27 here over Nativity. And you know, John, the clear choice is MI Windows and Doors because there's a lot goes on behind their windows. And wow, what a ball game we witnessed here tonight.
And we saw it all, Chaz. We saw Nativity take some chances. We saw Mahanoy take some chances. But at the end of this game, when you look back, it was the ability of Mahanoy area to consistently, and only run the ball in the second half. Did not throw a pass in the second half. They threw two early in the game, didn't find it necessary later, and I got to give my hats off to their offensive line because coming in, Nativity had done such a great job against the run, a lot of speed, but tonight, the big boys of Mahanoy up front in the offensive line did a heck of a job, and you're going to hear the numbers here in a little bit. They should go home very proud because they led the way for this Mahanoy area offense tonight to get the things done, rushing the football.
You know, John, I know there's no way for us to chip apart that plaque and hand each kid a piece of it because they all certainly are deserving to be our Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram lineman of the game. We'll get to that in a little bit. But I must say, Joey Shimo bragging it up that his key to the game came true. He said the Mahanoy area line needed to take control. They needed to out-physical Nativity. And Joey was right. I mean, he may not be able to see over that line, but he certainly saw what they needed to do here to come away with the victory.
I got one word. Yo. Joey was right. Yo.
You know, but let's talk about the exploits, though, of Mahanoy area's quarterback Ben Terry here tonight on the field at St. Clair, because I'll tell you what, there's not a blade of grass that he didn't cover at some point.
Absolutely, and, you know, I don't throw these words around very often, but almost legendary here. Chaz comes into a game like this, Nativity on a roll after having a great season so far, running up a lot of points, doing so many things well. Mahanoy comes down here after, and we talked about it, after taking a real licking. I mean, the Dogs got licked last week, or they got licked by the Dogs, and came back down here tonight and put on a show, and it was old-fashioned rushing the football that got him there.
And to be honest, I mean, Paul Babinski in his first year, tonight's ball game is huge and speaks volumes of where he's come. I mean, to get his team back from a week like that on the road at Tri-Valley to, again, on the road as a major underdog. You know, no one
picked
saw
him.
this.
Let's be honest. No one picked him.
No one saw this here tonight. And,
nope.
You know, Paul Babinski, hats off. I mean, Pat Mason talked about it with you in our pregame interview. This has been, and, you know, I almost used the word stymie as, you know, the option, the midline, has stymied Nativity over the past couple of years since Coach Mason's got here. And once again, it did it tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. And a great game plan by Mahanoy area and Paul Babinski because, you know, that first half we were talking about quick scores, but that second half, Paul Babinski's kids played it to perfection, running the football, taking time off the clock, looking around. You mentioned it so often, Terry, looking around at the clock, taking his time, and then, boom, picking up yard after yard after yard, and they go away with a massive victory here for the Golden Bears tonight.
You know, John, have you ever dreamed big about getting the full experience with your car, truck, or SUV? Well, your dreams are now reality as Joe Thur's Automotive and Black Rock Trucks and Equipment can handle your repairs, customization, or luxury features all under one roof. From roof to rubber and bumper to bumper, no job is too big or too small. Make your way to 109 Fireman's Road in Frackville. And I bring that up because we've got to talk about an uplifting play of the game here, brought to us by Joe Thur's Automotive and Black Rock Trucks and Equipment. And What did you find to be uplifting here this evening?
I thought momentum, everything else changed when Nativity tried their fake punt. And Craig Durr bought none of it and came up, boom, stopped them. Mahanoy took the ball, and momentum had changed at that point. So I give it to Craig Durr from the Golden Bears tonight. I thought that was an uplifting moment. This game changing Big Mo.
Well, Bobby Dussel got you flexible again, and everybody's been trying to catch you since. But life's about motion, so orthopedic injuries are just part of life. Phoenix Physical Therapy helps you rise to new heights after an injury by creating a program focused on you. With direct access, you can easily schedule an appointment in one of their convenient clinic locations in Pottsville, Orangeburg, Frackville, Pine Grove, or Gratz. At Phoenix, you can recover, recharge, and rise. Visit PhoenixPhysicalTherapy.com to schedule your physical therapy visit today.
Yeah, and got to tell you what, and it was early in the game, actually, Chaz, minute 44 mark of the first quarter when Ben Terry took off on that 76-yard touchdown run, started toward the middle, kicked outside, crossed the field to the opposite side, and at the end, cut back into the end zone, hips flying, knees flying, elbows flying, and diving in for 6. Got to be the flex play of the game.
That play lasted, 11 seconds for him to go that far?
Oh, it was amazing.
Baby. Kind of set the tone, didn't it?
It certainly did.
You know, it's been a very busy night on the gridiron here, John. And let's open up that toolbox of yours once again and find out who turned the wrenches and was torqued up. Let's get our final numbers, because they're not just tools, they're Mac tools, and they're backed by great customer service from John Chirico. Give John a call at 570-582-3776. And you don't just have to call the number. If you see John at a mechanic's location in our area, you know, that big, yellow, beautiful Mac Tools wagon, stop and see John and see what he's got in stock that can help you fix whatever you need repaired.
Well, I'll tell you what, the tools were all in force on the ground tonight. They got down low, bang, bang, bang with the big tools. And I'll tell you, Nativity did it just as well as Mahanoy at some point. So looking at the numbers for Nativity, on the ground, Miller 10 carries for 60 yards. Spolsky had 5 carries for 65 big yards and 2 touchdowns. Brennan had a carry for 4 yards total. And Huffman, he just ran wild. 10 carries. Listen to this number, 163 yards and 2 touchdowns. So on the ground, 28 carries, 290 yards for the Green Wave. Throwing the ball, 6 for 16 for Miller. 66 yards through the air. 3 catches for Brennan for 28, 2 for Huffman for 20. 2, Spolsky had a catch for 10, and Treffler had a catch for 6 yards. Lots of yards put up, a total of 356 yards for Nativity. Again, most of those coming on the ground, Chaz. But on the other side, carried the big tool tonight. How about that Ben Terry? 30 carries, 245 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground. McGroarty, 8 carries, 14 yards. He had a rushing touchdown. Manley, 17 carries, 58 yards. He also scored a touchdown. Steika had 3 carries for 14 yards, 58 carries, 331 yards. Rushing, Mr. Terry throwing the ball 2 for 2 for 45 yards. McGroarty 1 catch for 30. Manley 1 catch for 15, which was a touchdown. Steika had 1 pass and was unsuccessful. So a total of 376 yards total for Mahanoy area. So Chaz, how about 735 yards total tonight here in offense, and it was a dandy.
We're going to have to get you new pens. You're out of ink.
Yeah, they made me do a lot of work here tonight.
Well, John, let's talk about some post-game awards, shall we? And let's start with that Savage 61 Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram lineman of the game. It's your first call when your credit has you on the sidelines. They are Pennsylvania's most awarded dealership. And who'd you like in the trenches here tonight?
Well, lineman of the game, wow, Brady Wagner. Defensive tackle for Mahanoy area. My goodness gracious. I don't know how many times you called his name tonight, Chaz, but he was unblockable. He was unblockable when it came up for big plays. It was Brady sticking his nose in there and stopping it.
Our Aaron Sales and Lease defensive player of the game. But Aaron's, the big score gets you started. This player prevented a huge score tonight.
Well, I'll tell you, and it could come at a bit better time. Chris Cuff with that interception from the strong safety position for Mahanoy area. Stopped the big drive. Boom. Mahanoy comes away with the victory.
I'd say we may have taken the mystery out of our TB Landscaping player of
You
the
think?
game. As
Oh, come on
just
now.
like TB Landscaping turns your property into the all-star in your neighborhood, this player brought his A game tonight.
Well, it was a BT game. Ben Terry, quarterback and free safety from Mahanoy area. I mentioned a little bit ago. Bears repeating 30 carries, 245 yards, rushing, rush for 3 touchdowns. He was 2 for 2 through the air for a total of 45 yards, and one of those was a touchdown pass. Easy peasy tonight. TB is BT, landscaping player of the game, Ben Terry.
Well, John, next Friday night, another schedule change for us as we'll be headed between the Pines in Williamstown, where the Vikings will host their arch nemesis, Tri-Valley Bulldogs.
Battle of the Valleys, and it's coming at a great time in the season, Chaz, as both those teams are chugging along.
And we'll look forward to seeing Ben Anchef and all the llamas behind the stadium are back, from what I understand. So a big night next Friday in Williamstown for us, with Tri-Valley and Williams Valley mixing it up. Justin, thanks for hanging out again tonight. We look forward to having you with us for the rest of the season. Got to thank Mark Michaels back there at Chaos Central, Bill Tidmore, our on-site producer, and getting me dinner tonight.
Yeah, and again, I'm going to go back. Scoop News, there's nobody else anywhere who's doing for the viewing public and dealing with us, giving us the opportunity to work with them. Justin, what you've done is a great service to so many people in this area. So please give them a couple of those
likes,
thumbs up,
follows.
Get on follows.
Check them out online at scoopnews.com, where you can catch up on just the news at Scoop News. I may have just made him a new tagline. Just the news
There
at
you go.
scoopnews.com. So that's going to do it for us here from St. Clair tonight, where it was Mahanoy area victorious 42-27 over Nativity. And you heard it all right here on T102 Sports.
Thanks for tuning in to the high school.
Okay.